Hello, my name is Zhatelier, welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episode, we're still fighting quite a bit over here on the western side, trying to hold on to the road, and we're actually doing it fairly nicely. We have gotten a bit of upgrades on our troops, although we haven't actually gotten the units themselves upgraded. Although I do want, well, actually probably not that easy. If I remember correctly... Well, we'll probably want to get some replacement troops, regardless. Eventually we can replace the units, if I remember correctly. But right now, we just, we don't have the metal yet since we're still working on our industry. What we do have, luckily, is we do have a fairly good option to maybe start building a bit of road heading down south over here. Not into the mountains yet, but we're getting closer to that. Now, the idea is that we'll get to this open area in here at least. We'll probably set up a bit of a logistics hub there. And then we can continue down south to the Liberty Tunnel. Which, over here, we might just set up a second city somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where exactly, but we'll figure out something. But that is still going to take some time. How are we looking on the... right, so we are still actually making money, which is quite nice. Solar energy is 61%. The small arms are going to be done next round. Bazooka is already underway. The unit itself. I don't know if we'll have a lot of those available, 2 units, but at least we'll be maybe able to get like 1 or 2 units. Or if we could get like some of those into some infantry units, and that would already be pretty useful. Or be able to get a formation with this. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be the case or not, but we shall see. Right, and the Shadow Gems, let's actually have a look. We could send another spy. Have we got on... Oh, wow. We got a lot of information about the world now. Oh, right, that's still part of Auto Howitzer. And there's the Cargo Zoomer. I think we've got most of the area. Maybe not quite all of them, but a lot of the areas we got discovered already. Well, there we go. That was a critical success. I'm going to try to get the... Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. Never mind. I'm not going to try to increase the taxes then. Now, there is... Oh, hold on a minute. Is there a... No, militia project? Sure, if we do that in Spike.
Yes, sir.
The militia house has been constructed. If I remember correctly, that might even count as a private asset, right? Which... oh, they built a park. Oh. Oh, there we go. And militia house is indeed. Okay, so that should get us at least to the... mission complete on getting more private assets there. So that is good. We're still a bit low on ammo, but let's hope that the industry is going to get built in the next 2 rounds or so. And then we're going to start saving a bit of metal to, maybe get a bit of ammo replenished. Because we'll eventually get the ammo... Oh, there we go. Oh, we destroyed the tank there. Perfect. And they attacked... I'll try to attack us again. So we killed 100 infantry, 20 trucks, and 10 tanks. Not bad. Waste disposal accident in Spike. Oh dear. A lot of accidents now there. Yes, we did get that mission done, and gas power small arms has been researched. Excellent. Now let's have a look at the things. So I think I'm going to go with the Pata Envy suit. That's just going to allow us to get our infantry be a bit more resilient against damage. Plundering in Spike. We are going to send our troops to punish them. Let's see. Oh. Build. Yeah, we had 2,500 soldiers and 1,000 security personnel confronting almost 21,000 plunderers. Okay. That's a lot of plunderers. Well, 300 troops. Our security assets managed to avoid losing levels. 700 plunderers were killed. Okay, so it's a bit unfortunate. We'll have the full support on the waste disposal. We should have fairly good boost over here. We're all 81, plus we get all these bonuses, so... Wait, it was a failure. Oh, difficult 183. Oh dear. Well, okay, fair enough. So danger increase, unrest increase. We lost a lot of population and some workers. Well, that is a bit unfortunate, I would say. Oh, we did complete the industry now. Oh, perfect. Well, in that case... Oh, right, and the road heads down south. We could... Well, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and get ourselves a bit of ammunition, shall we? I think we'll start with another 500 or so.
Affirmative.
And we've got a lot of more points over here. Did we... I guess what I could do... Well, there's a few things that I could do. First of all, I think we're going to go ahead and set up a bit of a logistics hub over here. So we'll construct a... not necessarily full-on logistics hub necessarily. We'll build a supply base in here regardless. That's going to be taking a bit of metal and all that. We could also go ahead and get some replacement troops. Okay, one of these soldiers. And then maybe one of the machine gunners. So if we do lose anything, we can upgrade those. Actually, one thing that we should really do, let's go to the management. There's the models. So the soldier one, that's kind of obsolete. Although, let's put that as a low, and then the soldier 2 is going to be regulars. Do the same one on the machine guns. That's probably going to be a low one as well, and the motor transport, that's going to be low. So with the quality, you can have certain units only take, like, certain qualities. Right now, we don't really have anything too high qualities yet, so it's not really a huge problem. So it's the... Oh, right, ammunition factory. Yeah, that must be a new thing. I'm pretty sure that is a relatively new thing. Because I remember in the previous run, we had to produce ammunition more and more quite often. Was it a little bit tedious? But it wasn't, like, that bad in the end, I suppose. But yeah, that does definitely help a lot. And there's the physical storage as well. I think that was a thing already. And the Steel Rose Barracks and all that. But yeah, the solar energy is going to be hopefully done soon. That's going to then allow us to start researching these, or unlocking some stuff on the engineering and chemistry side of things. Which RPG could be quite useful. Then the guided RPG and rocketry and all that. That's the rocketry is going to be really useful. Well, it's going to be needed for rocket launchers. And I don't suppose on the models yet. We've got the bazookas. We haven't researched any of them yet, but we've got that unlocked at least, and that is already underway. Artillery would be really useful. It can be a bit hungry for ammunition, mind you, but it can help so much with destroying enemy units. It's what you usually want to do, especially if you're fighting like infantry and all that. You use your artillery first to soften the enemy, and then on that same round you attack with other troops to destroy the enemy. That is usually a very good way to defeat, because if you wait for the next round, then they'll get some of the readiness back, because the artillery is mainly there to reduce the enemy readiness, quite frankly. Right, looks like they've started moving away over here. So move that one. And the road, I mean, we won't be able to get to the mountains quite yet. We'll get there eventually, but not yet. Of course, we got the road in here. I'm going to go ahead and quickly clear out that. Then we can get maybe troops in here. Can I? No, let's go ahead and destroy this. They've lost the tanks and all that, but there's not much remaining. I think it's just a bit of trucks and artillery by the looks of it. Or something like that anyway, but we did definitely push them back. I'm not actually going to push any further right now. We do want to get to the coastline over here soon enough. That means that we can then start doing some shenanigans with the maritime trade houses. Now, what's the situation? Right, so solar energy, yeah, so the research is looking fairly decent. We have started getting a bit more stratagem units or stuff in here. Let's have a look. Is there... Right, we can recruit a military leader. I think we're going to recruit one. Just as a cautionary measure. And we could maybe send another spy. Oh my goodness, yeah, we've got loads of intel in here. I don't know if these two sea zones are connected. They probably are. But it's hard to tell. Okay, so let's try to send one to our easternmost neighbor. Nope, failure. What about the major? Is there... There's the non-aggression pact. We are peace. Oh, it's basically guaranteed, actually, with our eastern neighbor now. Critical success. Then open contact. Can I do that on the... No, we don't have a recon on them yet. So that is a no. Right, well, at least we're getting some friendly relations with our eastern neighbor. At least it gives us a bit of security, so we can potentially then fight off Weimar over here. Get those lush forests over here to burn down, or to turn into fuel for our power. Right, so let's... I could try to attack these units already in here, but I think what we'll just do is we'll keep on sitting there, and we'll get to the next round, shall we? The enemy is definitely getting cut off in there. Oh, and we're attacked in the mountains, but we're destroyed. Potentially full-on unit there. Then they're attacking us over there from the other town. They're trying to attack us over here in the west as well. So there's 3 battles, and we won. Oh, APCs discovered. Okay. We won 3 battles. You know, it loads of supply. Oh. Right, we'll dismiss that. Low leader relation. Increase worker happiness. Right, right. Managers want own mess. Spiritual leaders and model design council are unhappy they have to take their lunch in the same mess hall as the common bureaucrats. According to them, it prevents them from discussing sensitive information and is hurtful to bringing a sense of proper hierarchy to the model design council. Alright, so we've got decent relations with the Supreme Headquarters one. Let's have a look at the situation. So we are... You know, we'll arrange a separate mess halls for them. Major worker strike. We can either... Okay, so yeah, there's a strike. About 40 to 80% of the workers, and they're going to have to give in to some of their demands. I know that the governor's bike hates me for that now. But at the same time, if we don't go for that, that's going to be bad. Right, so we've got bad supply down here, I think. We might have some bad supply elsewhere. I mean, I suppose that at least has a bit of a worse situation. We'll get some troops shuffled around there. While we're doing the construction work over here, we are going to have some extra issues because the construction does take quite a bit of resources to be transported in here. But soon that will be, well, a bit around next turn. That should be mostly fixed. That will already help. We do have quite a bit of production available. Now, I do wonder, how much would it cost to construct the road up to the mountains? 320. That's a little bit too much right now. So we're not going to do that. What I might do is put in some truck depot or supply depot over here, for example. And then get through there. Is that... Oh. Right, this is the non-aligned forces, right? Well, it's not the same non-aligned. You know, that's Nassau. They got a... Oh my goodness, they've taken a lot of... I wonder if the two of them are actually at war right now. That's non-aligned. It could be just like... The non-aligned stuff run through a lot of the territory in here, and then Nassau is just moving in and taking everything. Now, how's the... Ah, right, so we're losing a bit of political point production, and bureaucratic point production is actually dropping down a little bit. Solar energy will be researched soon. Bazooka is still underway. It's still going to take a little while, mind you, but it will be done soon enough, I suppose. I'm really hoping for the solar energy to be done soon, so we can get a bit of extra power, because right now we're losing some. We're not losing too much, so I'm not overly worried about it yet. But we do need some extra. So we did already have a combat in here. Some of the... Oh yeah, that's actually got some better troops there. More and more of the troops are getting slightly higher tiers there. And if we do lose some, we'll be upgrading or replacing those with some better stuff. We're not going to move the... Actually, I'm going to move these back a little bit, in fact. Be back on the road. So the supply situation is going to be somewhat better. And let's, honestly, let's get to the next round, shall we? I know that the turns do take a while, but it's, there's a lot of things to keep an eye out for. Oh, and we destroy another 200 militia. Good. Another 100 militia somewhere, so we get 300. And there's the solar energy. There we go. Got a few more stratagems. Let's have a look. Adventurers discover a special location. Oh, so where was that? You know that was one... Oh, over here. Okay. Now that is actually manageable. Yes, we'll promise to go ahead and help them. Plain snow. Let's see. 105 and 39. Oh, it's the Rotary Appliance. That's going to be a little bit tricky. That's going to be pretty far away, actually. So I'm going to refuse that motion. It's going to make some groups upset. I can probably get the university now. I think that's going to be worthwhile. And then retired militia general in Spike. Can either leave here at peace, ask the general to give a speech. But that would improve the militia. Yeah, we'll ask him to give a speech. Improve the morale a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and move through here. Oh, there's an enemy in between. But yeah, so what did we actually get in here? A viewpoint. Top loyalty at start of the turn. Oh. Alright then. Honestly, I could just turn that into a city perhaps. Although it might not be a very effective location for a city, but it could be a city nonetheless. So that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and start building a bit of road down this way. That's going to allow us to get some more stuff in here. And we've got the supply depot in here now. That's fully constructed. And now I believe the supply situation is improved quite drastically. And there we go. We've reached the sea, or the ocean. Let's go ahead and try to cover up a little bit more of this border in here. And I suppose now we could try to, let's see, open contact with our neighbor over here. Oh yeah, it's basically guaranteed. Critical success. So now we know, or have open contact with all the rivals that we have, so that's at least good. We haven't really done too much with most of them, mind you. But if we can keep the relations good for the time being, and then strike when we are ready, I think that's going to be a good idea. Now, we did unlock the solar panel, or solar power. Let's have a look. Can we actually get one in here? We could. That would take 2 machinery, but we can get that. It would also take quite a bit of rare metals, but we've got that as well. That's going to be giving us 50 power, so, you know, it's not too bad. Go and build one of these in the city, and then let's go ahead and get the machines for that. And since that is in the city itself, it doesn't need to use any logistics to bring in the stuff there, because the supply depot is right there. So it will be fairly easy to build. And looks like the enemy... Actually, let me just double check the battles again. So where were they? There's one over here. And the next battle was also into here, but it was a different unit. So I guess they have 2 units in here. I don't know where exactly. I think they've got a unit in there. I don't know what they have in here. Can I might need to send the recon down here just to get a bit of an idea of what we're dealing with. And then if we can take over the towns. These seem to be fairly small towns in all things considered, but I suppose it's going to be fine. How much do we still have free folk in the... still got 17,000 in Spike. But that's not too bad. Population happiness is pretty bad. There's high danger and unrest, but although the danger is going down, the unrest is not necessarily always going down. I'm trying to reduce it, but it seems to be pretty bad. We're losing some power. I suppose once we got the power plant, what we'll probably do is we'll build a bit of food production over here in the ruins. Like a dome in there, for example. Or we could build a dome over here, I guess. Since we got the supply base already. Just sort of group up that in there. Then eventually we'll want to get a bit of a truck station or truck depot over here somewhere. That's going to allow us to the traffic to be fairly good in here then along the road. But I think we'll probably head to the next round then, shall we? Oh, they try to attack again. Oh, there we go. So now we can contact a maritime trade house. Tracks free folk. Right, so we can get some more people moving in from the countryside, essentially. We could start doing trade with a nation and us. We are expanding, indeed we are. Produce more production points, yes, I know. And then hold the hex, which we are trying to do. But there is, of course, the small issue of the enemy being in between us in here. But we can probably try to get... There we go, so this one's going to get some supplies. We'll try to move this one down here. We'll hold on to that, and we'll send in that down south. I think the... this might actually be a good place for a truck stop there, because it's a crossroad. It's either a truck stop or a supply depot on that would be quite handy. Oh, cultural exchange program. You know what? Sure. We'll improve relations with them. That's an extra 8 points. Actually, how are we doing with them? Oh, we've got fairly good relations with them, I'd say. Now, what do we have in terms of options over here then? We can trade. Let's actually have a look. Can we trade with the... Let's see. Northeastern one. We probably could get a trade going in there. We already got a trade with, so yeah. They're very eager and pleased to start. Well, there we go. Let's actually have a look. How is the victory thing right now? Victory overview. We're the second one right now in terms of victory score. Population-wise, Friedbund has grown quite a bit. In terms of the planet, we are the biggest one, not by a large margin. Svarsbund is the second biggest, and they are also expanding quite a bit. Right, okay, so it's just a lot of trucks and artillery there. This should be actually a pretty easy attack.
Open fire.
Come on then, let's destroy them.
Operation successful.
No, we did not kill them, but at least we got a little bit more ground in there. And looks like the enemy over here. Oh, actually, looks like the Free Folk are pushing back a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily be entirely opposed to if they just decide to retreat over here. Did we have another combat in here, by the way? Yeah, we did. So we killed another 100. Nothing massive, but I suppose it does help. Right, so actually, what are we building right now? We're getting the solar panels, so that's going to take a lot of production points. We'll have that most of the way done, probably next round. Well, it could actually be completely, completely built up. I'm going to go ahead and get ourselves a little bit more ammunition. Say another, I don't know, 500. It might slow down things a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. It's going to get us a decent supply of ammo. And we're going to have up to 25,000, so an extra 500 is not all that much, actually. Now, we can't build a road through here yet because we just conquered that. But I do wonder if we'll be able to... Well, I don't know what exactly that is, mind you. But with the recall, we can probably get a bit of a better idea of what the electric compounds over here is and all that. Now, we did spend a bit of money recently. Because that may have been partially because we hired some workers, didn't we? We got a decent bit of recruits still, although I suppose we have been using a lot of that in the recent times. The bazooka research is not too far off. The better envisor is also going to be fairly soon done. And I do actually wonder, so now we should be able to... Yes, we can discover things in here. Oh, there's housing. Oh. It will help you retain the populace in a zone. Okay. I mean, you know, it makes sense. So yeah, that's something. The heavy industry is also one of these things that we do definitely want. Eventually. I believe that is the one that produces the machinery. Whereas the industry produces the industrial points, and then... I think there was also... Yeah, there's high-tech industry, which produces the high-tech parts. Or high-tech industry assets. Yeah, high-tech items. Right, there we go. So that's something that we do want to, of course, get to eventually. But that's going to have to wait. But let's get to the next round, shall we? We are starting to look a little bit worse for wear in terms of food. But once we get the power production, we can get the agriculture dome. Possibly next to the city. Oh, dear. We got... Actually, no, we destroyed the enemy. Well, partially the enemy. They are still attacking along the road on the west. But they did not manage to push us back. And production point production is at 205 points instead of 235 that we promised. So that caused a bit of unrest. Yeah, well, or unhappiness rather, I suppose I could say. Solar panels aren't quite done yet. And militia needs extra funds. You know what, I will support them for now. I'm not going to do the changes to the Supreme Council stuff yet. A natural born killer. A commando or a warrior knight? I'm going to make a commando. Right, so yeah, next turn the power production should resume. We can get this one down here. And my goodness, we are having some issues in here. But I think overall, we can keep that one at bay. At least the troops are in position. The recon is getting closer, so we should get some intel on the mountains up here soon enough. We got quite a bit of production points. Well, I actually got quite a bit of metal as well. So perhaps it would be time for us to... Wait, are we actually... Right, we're actually only getting 100 from the zone right now. Is that true? Well, maybe it is. Right, so yeah, the supply situation is a bit worse for wear. But I suppose once we get the power, we might just want to get a trucker thing over here, for example, because that's going to be a fairly crucial to extending down here just southwest of our neighbor. If we'll even manage that, to be fair. Not entirely sure. We could maybe go ahead and build a bit more road up this way, which admittedly does have some of its own problems. I do wonder, if we were to build a harbor over here, that's part of the logistics. Yeah, port does actually provide a bit of food. And of course it does give you the port points, which can then be used to set up some supply routes between two ports. We're not going to build that right now. It's just going to get the road a little bit closer at least. We've got plenty of metal. We could potentially set up another unit, or maybe it's time to get a bit of the infantry over here. Let's see, for example, this one. We're going to upgrade that. AMG2. Yeah, let's do that. We'll also go ahead and upgrade the... No, that's already upgraded. This one we're going to upgrade. There we go. There's slightly better troops there. Did we get the... No, the solar panels aren't completed yet. Let's quickly have a look at the research. University 34%, advisors are 92%, bazooka 85%. So we're getting those research quite nice. The word score is going down, so we might have a bit harder time doing some diplomacy with our, you know, rivals over here, but I suppose that's fine. That's to be expected. I'll try to send a spy to our neighbor. Oh, yeah, we did. Neighbor to the west, to be fair. And then... Right, push. I don't know about that right now. Oh, the double shift. Probably industrial bonus points. 2,500. Oh dear, that's quite a bit. Attract free fall, that's a bit expensive. We could use the fate points for some of these good stuff, or we could get the militia building to up another level. There's of course more priests. We could contact the Maritime Trade House to our north. It's a bit of an isolated area, mind you, but we'll go ahead and start getting some good relations with them, I suppose. And then let's get to the next round, shall we? Oh, and on the west, we're still holding on. Still another 100 enemies. Oh, and water deposit. Well, I mean, water deposit itself isn't that much of a surprise. We got the... Oh, right, we got the Thunder Strike. That's quite a name. Hey, civilization level risen to 2. And we got the spy card and all that. Right, budget. We are not going to do changes on there. Humanist School demands that we hire their candidate. I guess, is he part of them? Is a leader? Oh no, the leader is a member of Humanist School. Okay, yeah, sure.
Affirmative.
And then another organization. It starts getting a little bit expensive. If I remember correctly, though, you can put no additions currently, and then I think it does lower the cost of it for the next time, but it might take a while before it offers it again. I think it's like once a year, maybe. Now, the Staff Council could be quite handy. Foreign Affairs wouldn't necessarily be too bad, although I suppose that would be only for the major nations, but I suppose that would unlock some better options with them. So that's not necessarily all bad. The Secret Service would allow us to do more of the covert ops stuff, and then the Air Force Council. I think the early Air Force stuff is going to be quite poor in quality, but I suppose we could actually get that started, so eventually we can unlock some better stuff. And then over here, that one's probably fine. We can maybe go ahead and reduce the things in here. Like the economic policies, we'll reduce that to like 10%. Get a bit more research.
Yes, sir.
Model Design Council task priorities. I think right now, that's fine.
Copy that.
Then we can get the... I think we're going to get the high velocity guns now. We don't really have anything that would use them too much, but at least we've got that available now. We could research the APCs. Or we could get some better stuff for the recon buggies, which we do use a little bit. Or with the trucks, I think we might be able to do some better stuff with those as well. Of course, there's also the possibility of just upgrading the infantry again to level 3. Because we just got the Pada Advisor. Yeah, you know what? We'll go ahead and upgrade this again. Improve upon those gas carbine. Okay, so it's a bit less firepower, but a lot less ammo. So that could be useful. Or we can go for the automatic rifle, which is even more ammo, but more firepower. But this gas-powered carbine would be an improvement over the carbine. I think I'm going to go with that, actually. And then we're going to go with the Pada Advisor, so that doubles the armor strength on those. There we go. That's going to be slightly better. And yes, we'll pay to open up the communications with the Apollo C Maritime Trade House. That's 200 credits, which is a bit expensive, but I think we'll be fine. I don't suppose we have a... Oh, there's a progressive push, but... Right, increase income tax. Let's try that again, shall we? Nope. That failed. Well, we gave it a try, but we probably do need to increase the taxes sooner or later. I'm guessing we are right. So we've got the solar panels. The supply situation is getting kind of worse and worse right now. And yeah, there's basically no... Well, I suppose that is too far away for the trucks to really reach that far. I think what we might do is I might go ahead and put in another truck depot in here somewhere. Although, actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and get ourselves the dome facility over here. That's going to require a little bit more water, which actually might end up being a problem.
Yes, sir.
So let's get that underway. We'll need to get some machinery. I'll get at least 2. And over here on the west, we're still holding on. I think I'm going to stick this at the coastline for now. It's admittedly one of our best units, so it might be a bit of a waste over there. Let's get the recon a bit closer. And then these we are... Well, actually, can I get the road over here slightly closer? Yes, I could, actually. So that's going to get supplies, hopefully, all the way to the pristine balcony, which will give us the mission completed to get the supplies in there. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.